Hi guys, welcome to the next video. So today we're going to go in with a drugstore affordable makeup look. So it's going to be really accessible to everybody. It was really important for me to do this because it is something that I think is really important for people to be able to feel like they can look at something on TikTok or Instagram or anything they like, even see a look they like, and they can kind of emulate that. So it's all drugstore, and we're going to start off with the primer. This primer is available on Amazon, and so we're going to go through it. I hope you guys are well. Longer form content is definitely coming up now every week. And we're going to kind of continue with that, and then my live is tonight at 7 o'clock UK time. So yes, there is a thunderstorm at the minute, guys, so I am really hoping that it doesn't kind of affect anything. The lighting seems okay, so we're going to go for it. So I'm going to go in with a primer first, guys, and this is W7, and if you're a long-time subscriber of mine, you'll know I use this a lot. It's a dupe of Smashbox. I've got the clear one and I've got the green one. This right here. W7 is available. They've got their own website and they're also available on Amazon. I say drugstore because they're extremely reasonably priced. I'll price everything down below. I don't think this was any more than £6. It comes in green, purple and clear. The green and purple are for color correcting kind of things. So I do have, and I'm just going to pop my mirror, I do have red skin like in certain areas, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm just making sure the light is all good. Okay. So what we're going to do is, the great thing about this is you're seeing it in natural light. Even though I do have my lights around, it is a natural light setting. It's during the day, so I am going to do this for you. So this is what it looks like. It's a bit like a gel consistency, if I just show you there. So we're not going to take up too much time. I'm hoping to get this under 10 minutes for you guys. So let's take a look there. So most of the stuff that I'm showing you today, bar this, can be bought on can be bought at Superdrug or Boots. There's one more online purchase, and then I think everything else is absolutely available kind of locally. But anything online is going to be extremely reasonably priced, so it's drugstore. A little bit more. So it's a gel consistency. You can get the clear one. You would have seen me use the clear one before. And this is what we're just going to put it in the areas where really, guys, primer is so important after your skincare because it really does keep on that foundation. So the foundation I'm going to go in with, it's like a skin tint because I'm still going to try and keep that glow going. And this is NYX Professional Butter Glaze. Mine is in Vanilla Bean Butter, which I was surprised, and I think I've said that before, quite surprised that this actually looks a little bit deeper than it actually is. So if I just warm it up on the skin for you guys there, you can see there, it's kind of like a light to medium, I would say. So this is Vanilla Bean Butter by NYX. I'm hoping the lighting seems to be good. So I always like doing kind of makeup tutorials that you can look at in lighting because then you can see what it looks like in real sort of format. Okay, so but this thunderstorm, guys, went on for so long. I was trying to kind of wait for a while, and I thought if I don't wait now, the sun is coming up, so hopefully that always means that the thunderstorm is over. So that's it, a skin tint SPF 30. So we're just going to go around here. I'm going to do a little bit more. SPF is so important, guys. My SPF is already on, so all my skincare is done. So we're just going to pop this around the face, and I'm going to use I might use my foundation brush from Real Techniques. And this is what it looks like, just Real Techniques. They used to be very expensive, and now Real Techniques are kind of between medium to I'd say drugstore to medium price. Always keep a lookout, guys. Sometimes they do deals for like 10 brushes for £16, which I know is a lot, but if you think they're all face brushes and they're going to last you a really long time. So that's it, guys. You can see it's definitely just giving that glow. Coming into the autumn, I still want to have that glow on my face. There we go. So that's kind of what it looks like. You can see it's just kind of color corrected, but also the primer has helped with that. Color corrected the skin, giving me a little bit of glow. It definitely has that SPF in there. So I would say this is a skin tint, guys. And again, really reasonably priced. Again, it will be popped down below or on screen. So now what we're going to do is, before I go into my concealer, I'm going to go in with Rimmel, the Multitasker. Now I will say I probably should have got the next this is in Better Than Filters Primer Highlight Glow Booster. I'm going to use it as a glow booster. There is probably, this is 001 Fair. I probably should have got the next one. So now we're having the lighting. There we go, guys. I just want to make sure everything is okay. Okay, it's just important for me, especially when I do like an affordable get ready with me and it's not on a live, that you can see properly, so that's fine. So we're going to go in, just use this as a glow booster basically. Just going to get the camera ready. Okay guys. All right, so let's do this. Did my bedding, as you can see. It's one of my pet peeves is doing bedding, but we did it. Okay. So that's it. I'm just going to use it as a glow booster. I'm not going to go in it as a primer or anything, or like a base. And I'm going to go in again with the same brush and just use that all around the skin. And it's just going to give, as it says, a little bit of a glow. And especially over a skin tint that has a bit of a glowy touch to it too. It's really going to complement the skin. I'm then going to go in with my concealer once all that's done. This concealer today is E.L.F. Camo Hydrating Concealer. And that's what that, so that's kind of what the skin is looking so far. Kind of got this kind of spring summer kind of glow, but then you're bringing that into autumn as well, because you do want to have hydrated looking skin throughout the year really, and that is including your SPF. The one I've been using recently is Soleil SPF 30, and that's just super drug zone, but you've got Garnier, you've got La Roche-Posay, you've got a lot of things out there. So now what we're going to do is go in with that concealer. And we are going to use, let me just check, I had so many preparations here. Yes, so we're going to use the Rimmel, and this was used in my highlight and contour video as well, so do take a look at that. I'll pop it up somewhere. This is the Rimmel, and it is in Porcelain 001, and I only put it in very specific places, guys. Gone are the days where we used to do triangles just for concealer. It's very different if you're highlighting, because the hard shape is going to be there. But if you're just, and I'm just looking in the mirror, literally just putting it in the folds and up here, and then obviously the T-zone. But I think if you've seen, guys, if you watch my videos, we definitely do, and my lives, we get a lot for our money with this, because a little goes a long, long way. So, I'm getting a message there. Sorry, guys. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I do always warm it up with my fingers first, and then I go in with a sponge. But if you hear the storm, I think it's past now, guys, but my God, it went on for like half an hour. So, as you can see, if I turn there, guys, gentle patting, and then what I do is I go in with a smaller little sponge here, and I just use that to kind of really get into the edges there, and then bring that to the hair. Don't forget to bring that right back to the hairline, because then you've got, looks more natural as I turn. And that's what you can see there, that's what you get, okay? And that is the Rimmel Multitasker, is this, no, it's not the Rimmel, it actually might, yes, the Multitasker Concealer and Corrector from Rimmel. And I used, I think, 110 Coconut for the contour in my video, the contour video, so I'll definitely pop that up somewhere. I hope you guys are all well, starting to settle into life here now. Things are getting a little bit more calm, not as calm as I would like, because if you follow me on my lives, you'll know that my health hasn't been amazing, but most things are kind of coming together. I'm on a no-buy for makeup. That is still very difficult. I had gotten a gift from my mum of the blushes, the NYX butter blushes, which she sent over in packaging. She's so funny. She doesn't do Amazon, guys. She's not really like, even like if I was to send her money for, say, a gift, or she, I was like, you know, something like that, she was like, how do I get it? So she doesn't even know how to do online. Bless her heart. She's just, so she bought the, is it the NYX butter? Because she went into her own Superdrug, the NYX butter blushes, you know, the new NYX butter blushes. So she got me 2 of those and 5 of the sets of the lipsticks. I think they're just glosses, but they're all in different, I think I saw them on TikTok actually. I think I might have been mentioning them to her, and then she said, oh, I'll get them for you. She's so, but she went into the post office and all the packaging and things, and she paid in cash. And it's so funny, that generation, I think, and she's never really adapted to online. I don't know, she's not comfortable with it, so that's fine. But I'm looking forward to testing them out. But I'm personally on a no-buy, guys. Other things have to come to mind, even if I don't want them to, they have to. So that's kind of what you get, guys. I can see on this side it probably needs a little bit more, but you can see I go in very lightly. This might be over 10 minutes, but at least, guys, you're getting some information whilst I'm putting this on. You're getting some good information that you can take with you. Okay, we're just going to lightly pat that up here. Looking in the mirror. The wind is still quite up, but it's nice and sunny now, but my god, that thunder. And the thing is, I thought to myself, okay, well I can deal with the thunder, but then it was the lightning coming into the room and I thought, okay, that's just going to look crazy. So, no. Okay, so I've just really kind of brought that back as well to the hair. So that's kind of what you get. You get that kind of nice kind of affected area there. Rimmel is very good as well. Porcelain can be used as a highlight as well, because as you can see, it's super bright. And it does really blend into the skin really well. So we're just going to pop that down. So now we're going to set everything, guys. So before we go in with our bronzer and things like that. So this is something new that I've been trying on my lives. The only thing I do, guys, when I say, I will say, I know I'm on no buys, but the only thing I do is I only kind of repurchases basically. So any makeup buys are just purely repurchases. So this is new to me. This is the Collection Mattifying Powder, SPF 20, enriched with vitamin E. It does smell like soap, but it does an amazing job. And I know what you're thinking, whoa, is that white? But actually it comes off transparent. It says at the back translucent, sorry. So it does say at the back Collections, guys, because I did go into Superdrug with like, okay, tunnel vision. I cannot go to places I would usually go. I certainly know I need to save in certain areas. I cannot be just going around and getting, it made me realize, guys, how much I just go around and kind of used to in the past get just like anything I thought I needed when I didn't. So basically it does smell like soap. It does look very white, but when you go with your brush, it certainly does come off translucent. And all we're doing, guys, is really for you. You can put it, some people only put setting powder where the oil really does start to come away. I like to really just set the entire face. There is definitely, you know that Imperial leather soap? Do you remember that Imperial leather soap? That's kind of what it smells like. So this might be over 10 minutes, but I do hope, guys, you find these little bits of information useful. And I'm kind of going for a look today, guys, that you can be, you know, you might see something and say, you know what, I can get that with my products, you know? Or you might be looking for a very kind of budget-friendly product. So Collections, guys, is available in Superdrug. I think it might be part of Superdrug, as in their brand. But this was like $4.99, and guys, it's just so, it's got vitamin E and it's SPF 20. So that's that. So it's just, can you see, it hasn't taken away the colour, but it's definitely set, mattified slightly, but I don't mind that. The only thing I really do need, and I can't because I still have it here, is I'm kind of liking, as we get into autumn, the matte look. And this is my Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray, which we will use from E.L.F. Again, it's a very good spray, but I'd run out of my matte, and I don't really, if I have a setting spray, I'm not just going to go out and get a matte setting spray. When I have a setting spray I still need to use, but I think I prefer matte as we get into autumn, and I like dewy when we're in spring and summer, but we'll go with it. We'll go with the flow today. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, and you would have seen this a lot if you look at my lives, this is the Rose Baking Powder from Revolution, and it comes in Banana and Banana Light, and I literally just put it under my, with a triangle puff, under my, it's available on TikTok at the minute, and there's a flash sale. I got mine in Superdrug, but the flash sale is these two combined. So you get your puff and you get the rose. TikTok shop is so, oh god, guys, sometimes I'll look at it and just want to buy stuff, but I know. It's funny when you start to kind of adult, as they say, adulting. There's things you have to prioritize, unfortunately, that then, you know, you remember when you were younger how much you used to spend on stuff. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I'll just show you. There, we're definitely getting the sun now. And all I do is just pop it in there, and it is a great shape, guys, just for under the eye. So if you're looking at my live today, it is Wednesday, and sorry, my video today it's Wednesday, and my live is tonight at 7 o'clock UK time, and my lives are Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. And there's always a video upload every week. So that's that. Can you see, guys, the difference it's made? It's really just secured that concealer. And then with the remainder, I just kind of go down the T-zone, basically. So this is definitely, guys, an affordable look, but super kind of drugstore prices, basically. So now that that's done, I'm going to just pop that back. Okay. And we are going to look for, I am going to go in with a bronzer, but I want to make sure my brow, I've brought my brow pencil with me. I don't think I have, so we will make use of something like that. What I'll do is I'll go and get it and come back. Okay guys, so I am using this today. I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to do it when the bronze and the blush is on. This is the E.L.F. Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pen. And it's kind of like literally like a pen, and you just warm it up on the hand. And I like that it's very light and you kind of have to work with it. But then once it's on the brows, we can do the brows now actually, because we have done our, I just give it a shake. It does say shake to activate. So this is the E.L.F. and it's neutral brown. And I got this for £5 in Superdrug, and I got £2 off because I had my Superdrug card, so definitely worth building up those points, guys. I keep wondering if I should, again, I've got so many brow products that I don't need to really tint my brows, but I do keep wondering. So something, guys, that can aid you sometimes is if you bring your brow down. If you bring it, fan it out, it makes you look a bit younger and youthful. So if I fan that out at the end, you can see it brings up the eye, whereas this one is down. But if you fan out the end, so you're not adding anything that's not there, but you're certainly kind of just making it just looks a bit better. So we're going to do that on the other side. I like the fact that the colour comes out quite slowly, so then you can build that up. And I'm just going to bring that out. Again, like we did the other one. And it just kind of makes everything look a little bit more youthful. So that's that looking like that. I do have the Revolution Duo pencil, but that is very, very deep. I've used it on a lot of lives and I do see how dark it can get, so I'm liking the fact this kind of builds up over time. And again, we're just going to fan that out. We're not going to, I think when brows at the end of your, when you come to the end, guys, if they come down, they really do age you no matter what age you are, and they can also make you look tired. So as you can see, if it comes out slightly, it just gives that extra kind of youthful look. So that's that. So what we're going to do now is go in with a bronzer, and the bronzer that I'm using today is matte and it's Rimmel. It's the natural bronze, and this is in Sunlight 001. Again, Rimmel are an amazingly affordable brand. This is what it looks like, and I'll just, that's the let's do a swatch for you guys. There we go. So it's just really nice medium buildable. So what I'm going to do is go in with my, wow, are we getting the sun now, guys, after an evening of, or a morning and afternoon of rain and thunder. So you can see it's really warm, guys, but I like the fact that when we come into autumn, I don't want really super kind of glowy, shimmery bronze. I want to look just naturally healthy. And as you can see, guys, it's starting to emphasize the Rimmel Porcelain. So I like a bronze look, but I think particularly autumn winter, I like to go for the mattified. So I'm not going to spray too much of that mist on. I do, sometimes it depends on the occasion. If you want to do a dewy look, it just depends on the occasion. I'm hoping all those notifications that I'm getting aren't coming up, but I think they might be on but that's what happens. So you can see, because if I come to the side, it's definitely there, but you're not getting that glowiness. So the Radient kind of boost gave us a nice boost, but not too shimmery. So that's kind of what you're looking at, and you can always blend that out, guys. Make sure you go right back to the hairline, but you can always blend that out with a bigger brush if you think this is too. So if I just show you what I mean, if you think this is too harsh, what you can do is just get your bigger brush like we did before with our setting powder and just give that a nice blend. And it takes all those harsh lines away, and that's kind of what you get. So this is where we are so far. Okay, but I want to say I appreciate all of you guys. I really want this channel to grow, and you know, with you guys and just kind of really kind of make it something that's really important to me and authentic. So the next thing we're going in with is sticking with Rimmel again, and this is the Maxi Blush, and this is in Wildcard 003. So I think sometimes, even though I said I was going through a really deep berry phase, I think when it comes to autumn, you want to still have a nice, fresh, bright look. So this is perfect for that. So I'm going to go in with an angled blush brush. This is what I got from Sheglam. I'm going to go in with that. And the thing with an angled brush is, if you start from the very corner point there, the smaller point, it kind of gives you more control. So I'm going to tap off the excess because a lot comes out with this, but this is what it looks like. That's what you're getting there. Really big pan as well. We're just going to lightly brush that, and again, you can always go in with a, so look at that, guys, as you turn. Gorgeous. So autumn, winter, brighter pink colors. I think if it's a very kind of special occasion night, for sure, maybe go for a deeper berry, but I think during the day, the winter, it's a lovely kind of, if I just fan that out slightly because it doesn't look so harsh, you can see there, guys, it's given a bit of a highlight, but it's definitely just made the cheeks really like just kind of, you know, naturally blushed, and that's what I wanted. So I'm going to keep what I have on the brush, guys, and go on the other side. What I'll do is I'll swatch it so you can see how strong it can actually get. So this is how strong it can actually get. So it is a strong blush, but it's bright and it's really fresh. So I want it to look fresh. It's coming out better on this side that you can see. And what I do is I always bring it up the cheekbone, so I don't just follow kind of the cheek, the kind of apple sides of the cheek, because if you bring it up here, it kind of makes you look younger, it makes you look youthful. If you keep it here, guys, it actually drags the skin down. So I'm just going to go in now with my fluffy brush that's clean. And that's kind of what you get. Some here. And that's kind of the fresh face that we have now. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is as that's all kind of set, what we're going to do is spray. So what I do is, if you've seen my videos before, I do set before my eye makeup goes on, and then I set again before the mascara. So that's kind of what you're looking at. Just going to give this is a shake to activate. This is Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray, Shockingly Fine Mist, Major Makeup Grip, and is majorly dewy, just to let you know. So we're just going to give that a bit of a shake, and then we're just going to, okay, that's just going to settle into the skin. And I'll show you the, so this is the only other online purchase, but I would certainly call it, kind of online drugstore. This is Sheglam from Shein. Shein is a website that does makeup, skincare, clothing, homeware. It does everything, but Sheglam is the makeup side. It's what they call their makeup section. So what we're going to do now is I'll show you what we're going to do. So I want to stick to autumn, but I want to give that deep color. We may not go in with the shimmers, but this is called Cosmic Crystal Charm School. So you can get them in various colors, but this is what this one looks like. And we're going to cut the crease with this here. Going to go in with a clean fluffy brush. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with my E.L.F fluffy brush. This is what it looks like. Tap off the excess. And we're just going to, so I have slightly hooded eyes, which isn't a problem. So all you do is go a little bit higher than you usually would. Just one moment, guys. Sorry, guys, I got a call. So this is kind of what we're looking at. We're going to go in with that crease color from Charm School. And we're just going to go, because I have hooded eyes, what I do is I go slightly higher than the actual hood itself. And I bring that across. So this is an autumn look, very warm, kind of got that medium brown tone as well. So we're just going to go in, we're not going to go right into the center. This is quite a warm color. I haven't put a lot on the brush, so that's why I took it off, some of it off slightly. But you can see there, guys, it definitely gives that gorgeous kind of autumn look, but it's not too, it's like a burnt orange color, I would call it. This is Charm School from Cosmic Crystal from Sheglam. So that looks like there. So you can see it just lifts it up slightly. We're going to go back in again. This is the one we used right here. So we're just going to go back in. Tap off excess. Again, we're remembering, if you've got hooded eyes, go slightly above your crease, so then when you look ahead, you can still see the color. Now the one thing I forgot to do was concealer. You could do concealer that you've used, or you can do one that I would recommend is Profusion, and I'll show it to you. I've got it in my makeup bag here. So as you can see, guys, as I look ahead, even though I've got hooded eyes, you can still see the colour. And what we're going to do now is go in maybe with this medium shimmer. I said I wouldn't, but actually I think if we go on the inside, it's going to be really nice and just give that kind of glow. So it doesn't give too much of a glow, but it certainly separates both of them. So that's what we want. And I always go in very into the inner corners of my eyes. Anything that's too close to the inner corner, I always use my finger, just because it's a little bit more gentle. And that's what we're looking at there. Now what I could do, because it's so kind of light, is go in again with this one. So this is what that looks like. And then just go over top. Yeah, that kind of gives it a bit more of a kind of noticeable glow. But again, guys, even though they're shimmers, if you have a look, it doesn't look overdone for daytime. So that's kind of what you end up with. Now what you can do is use the same brush and go in with that deeper color. And what we're going to do is place it first and then kind of fluff it out. So I'm going to place that color there on the outside with my finger. And again, they're not, it's Cosmic Crystal. This is what it looks like. We're going to do some placement. As you can see there, now we will correct that with a, I can see there, guys, it's slightly gone outside. There we go. So you can see it's given that dusky kind of look. And we're going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to just go in with my finger here. And we're really going to just place that there. You can see, guys. So that's kind of what you get. You get that lovely kind of autumnal burnt orange with a slightly kind of gold on the inside. We've used this for everything. So we've really gotten our kind of use out of this. And again, a little goes a long way. Definitely use a concealer. You don't need a primer. In terms of buying an actual primer, you can use your concealer. It does just this, it does the exact same thing. So what we're going to do now is use the mascara, which I will go off camera and do, and then we'll do lips. That's the mascara done. So we use the Scandalise Rimmel Wow Wings. It's really, really good, guys, and it's one of the ones that I trust to go under the lashes, which is quite rare for me. But yes, definitely really good value. I think it was $6.99 in Superdrug, and of course if you have Superdrug points built up, it's really worth getting a Superdrug's card, guys, because if you have those points built up, you know, it really does pay off down the line. So this is what it looks like. It's the purple one. I think there's different ones. This one here is waterproof. There was a blue one too. I just saw the one that said waterproof because obviously I'm out and about all the time. In saying that, I don't usually wear a huge amount of makeup outside of YouTube, or if I'm not going to meet friends or anything like that. But that's that. So now we're going to go and we're going to look at some lipsticks. So this one is super affordable, guys. This is from Poundland and it's called Courageous, and it shows you what it looks like. I'll do a swatch. I've got two to choose from. We're just coming to the end, guys, and I thank you for coming through the whole thing with me. This is what that looks like. Perfect daytime, guys, and it's so soft as well. Really moisturizing. So that's Courageous, which might suit this look. And then I've got another one that I bought. This is the Hydrating, and they were an Amazon purchase, and they were kind of brown to reds, and this is this one. So let's pop that beside it and see where we go. Okay, so you've got your kind of deeper. I'm thinking to go with this one here. So again, it'll either be on screen or it will be down below in terms of the prices and things like that. So this is it. This is what it looks like. It's called Get Lippy and it's Courageous 02. Again, available in Poundland. So we're gonna, no need to line the lips today. I'm gonna just go in with this straight away. So that's what that's looking like. Super affordable autumn look, guys. And this is really, really moisturizing. So how autumn does this look? Perfect, guys. And it's all drugstore. So you can definitely get the look. It goes to show, guys, if you're investing in something else, if you're just trying to save, or if you're somebody who just can't go out and get something super high end, or you're on just a no buy, something like these kind of products aren't going to break the bank, but you're definitely going to get the look you want. Or even if there's a look, this eyeshadow isn't what you want, there are those Sheglam quads that have various colors. So I mean, you don't have to necessarily go for the color I went for today. I had autumn in mind, so, and that's kind of what you get. I'm not going to go in again with that dewy setting spray. I think I'll leave it because it is super dewy. I do like this, and we're kind of halfway through the day as well. But this is the look, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you tonight on the live, and if not, do check out my lives. If you don't know, I do lives 7 o'clock Mondays, Sunday, Mondays and Wednesdays. I do hope you enjoyed the look, you got something from it. Maybe you have things in your own kind of makeup that you can look at and do and not have to go out and repurchase. I know there's so many things out there, guys, me included. I look at them, but I'm kind of at that point now where if I can use something until I need to repurchase, I will. And then if I need to, I can, you know, get maybe give myself a 3-month no buy, and then go the next month I can do something and buy something. So in the meantime, between those times, if you have something to get a look with like this, and I've given you some kind of options that aren't super expensive, it's like a drugstore autumn look. So I hope you enjoyed, guys. I'd love if you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I do want to thank all the subscribers, and I'll see you in the next video.